important that we get the right equipment to answer our investigation. We need to think about the methods that we're going to carry out and what types of equipment we're going to need. We're going to split our fieldwork into two different sections. We're first of all going to look across the stream, and then we're going to be doing our methods down the stream. So the first thing we're going to measure is we're going to take the width. For the width, all we need is a tape measure, and we're just going to go from bank to bank, holding it at the height of the water. Next, we're going to use systematic sampling to measure the depth of the river. So we know our width is 5 metres, we then divide it by 10 to get 50 centimetres, and that's the interval we're going to be measuring across in. So we'll start at 0, 0, we'll then measure at 50 centimetres, 1 metre, 1 metre 50, etc., all the way across. At the same time as taking our measurements, we're also going to be picking up a stone. With this stone, we're going to be looking at the b-axis and also the roundness. This is going to tell us how it's changed in shape and how erosion has happened as we've moved downstream. So each stone or cast will have 3 different axes. We'll have an A-axis, which will be the longest one, B-axis, which is the middle length, and a C-axis, which is the shortest one. We measure the B-axis because this is the one that it rolls down the river on. So to do this, you take your cast, you find the B-axis, and you just pop it between the pincers of the calipers. You then read off the calipers just as you were if it was a ruler. Next, you use the Powers Roundness Index to look at how round it is. So if you look at Hamish's stone, I might give this a 5. It's quite rounded. I wouldn't say it's the super roundest one that we found, so I'll give it a 5. The last thing we need to do here is look at the wetted perimeter. For this, we're just going to take the chain and we're going to drag it across the bed of the river from bank to bank, making sure it's in all the nooks and crannies as we go along. So make sure it's led across the bottom. Once you've got this, make sure you hold on to the end where it comes out and then pull it out, and we'll then measure it with a tape measure to see how long our wetted perimeter is. Make sure that your wetted perimeter is longer than your width. If it's not, then double check them both and look for a mistake. We're now going to be taking measurements down the stream. Each of our measurements is going to be done across 5 metres. We're going to put our tape measure down there. The first measurement we're going to take is going to be the gradient. For this, we need 2 metre ruler sticks held at the surface of the water. Franny's then going to use the thermometer, and she's going to take the measurement from the top of her metre ruler stick to the top of my metre ruler stick. It's a good idea to have a look at what you think the measurement might be beforehand. So here, I expect it to be pretty flat. What do we get, Franny?
1 degree.
Perfect. Our final measurement is the velocity. For this, all we need is some sort of float and a stopwatch. I'm going to pop my duck in the water. When I let go, I'm going to press start. When Franny catches it, I'm going to press stop. You're going to want to do this at different parts across the river because it flows at different speeds. So you probably want to do it at both edges, one in the middle, and take the average. You may also want to think of some ways of improving the studies that we have done to make it more accurate. What are some of the improvements you could do to our study and how we collected the data?